Why did you bring this guy along?
Oh, it's just a spur of the moment decision.
We're looking at another 80s toy today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we look at a lot of them.
Yep. Can't imagine why.
This is Sandstorm.
It is. Sandstorm from the Bravestarr line.
Okay. Is there more to that, or do I have to guess?
Nope, you've got to guess from there.
Bravestarr was some sort of cartoon from the 80s. I don't really remember it much, but it was something to do with cowboys and space.
Yeah, so Bravestarr was created by the people at Filmation, the same guys that did the He-Man cartoon and all that lot.
Oh, okay.
With the idea of being a multimedia sort of thing, the same way that He-Man and all that lot were in terms of having a cartoon, having a toy line, and whatever else. The thing was, it really didn't fly very well. The cartoon was cancelled very, very quickly. The toy sales were not very impressive. They never made it past the first wave of figures. And the whole thing just kind of died.
So this is Sandstorm. I'm guessing he's a bad guy?
Could you tell?
Well, the
fact that he looks evil and is red.
And he looks like he's a He-Man toy too. Very chunky, very big, bulky.
It's a very large-scale figure. I mean, it's a scale way out of proportion with any other action figure at the time.
But that's kind of cool.
Exactly. It's one thing which really shows off the details of the sculpt and has a lot more paint on it than you would think for a toy from the 80s. And kind of holds up pretty well today.
So he's a fish man?
I don't know what
he looks like a lobster or a fish man. But he's wearing kind of armor and he has tech. He's got gadgets and stuff.
The whole basis of the Bravestarr storyline is that it's a space western sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're on a planet which I can't remember the name of, and they discover the stuff which is called curium.
Okay, a mineral.
It's a mineral, it's a crystal sort of thing.
Yep.
And that's the big MacGuffin that everybody's after.
Okay. It's like gold.
Yeah, only more powerful or something. I don't know. We never got the card. Well, I don't remember ever seeing the cartoon.
We're not helping our viewers here by giving them any useful information whatsoever.
But that was actually kind of the cool thing for me in terms of I had no backstory other than what was printed on the back of the box.
Okay.
So I took the whole thing as much more serious than what I've now seen the cartoon as, which seems very much more sort of He-Man in space sort of thing. But these guys had this cool sort of high-tech sort of look to them, and I sort of in my own mind viewed it as a serious sci-fi western sort of thing with some cool-looking bad guys and all that sort of thing. And, that works really well. That was one of the great things of having a toy line, that you could just make up your own personal headcanon as to what it was actually about, only to be proven wrong later as to how crappy it really was.
What I have is something for you. It's called a cyclone.
He's got a few features on him, is that right?
He does. His whole thing is that he's actually got this plug on his back.
Yeah.
You can pop out and fill him with water.
Okay.
And then you push the little plunger on the back and he sprays mist out his mouth. And so his gun here is actually part of that as well, in terms of you put that into his mouth.
What?
Somewhat inappropriately. Oh. And now it becomes less of a mist and more of a concentrated jet.
A water cannon.
Yeah. And it also clips onto the little harness on his back here.
Yeah.
For easy storage, which is nice as well.
That is nice, yeah. Okay, so it's a water shooting out of the mouth feature.
Yep. We'd seen that a few times with various toys like Cobra Khan from Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, that's right. That's where I'm thinking of that from.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they just do that because that was it? That's all they could sort of do.
Well, it's kind of what his character's power seems to be.
At people?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a hypnotizing spray or something like that.
Yeah.
But everybody's got to have their own gimmick.
He sure knows how to blow up a storm.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the articulation actually. Shoulder, elbows, wrist, knees. There's no ankle really.
No.
Has he got the internal rubber band thing going on there or something?
I don't know. I think that he probably has something. I mean, the fact that he doesn't have waist articulation means he may not, so it could just be joined on at the hip there. I'm not entirely certain.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of articulation that he has was something that you really didn't see outside of G.I. Joe figures that sort of time.
Yeah.
Most of them would just have a simple swivel, whereas these guys have got kind of ball jointish. sort of thing. You can get a lot of movement out
Yeah.
of it. The joints don't necessarily hold all that well. They're holding okay.
They probably did at the time.
Yeah.
32 years ago.
I'm old. But it was a very cool line in terms of just the concept and the execution of it. Clearly it didn't catch fire. People don't remember it all that well. And not many people care very much about the toys. But as a cheap thing to be able to just get a whole bunch of them, it was really, really cool.
He's cool, I like him. It's a throwback to that time.
Yeah.
The big chunky toy. There's something good about it though, because it stands up for one, like it's solid, like it is solid. So which means it lasts longer over time, things like that. The paint scheme and everything is really vibrant, but all the toys from the era were. So I think he looks really cool, and I like his face. He's got a real interesting character on his face. You can just tell exactly what type of character he is straight away just by looking at him.
The treasure is mine. No!
So that's Sandstorm from the Bravestarr cartoon show from the 80s, made by Filmation and
Toys by Mattel.
Toys by Mattel. Very cool. If you like them, let us know down below. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. We're out of here for now.
But we'll be back, partner. Possibly with some not quite so hi-fi sci-tech cowboy stuff, but probably because I don't have any cowboy toys.